Do you think you could deal with Dennis, the man you saw last night?
I think it's a good match.
So after Dennis basically crushed John Brzenk in the King of the Table, Dennis called out Devin Larratt, and that match is supposed to go down in October. I just saw a podcast from Engin Terzi. He said it's going to be in the East versus West 9 in October, which means it'll be a 5-round format. So the question is, will Devin be able to stop Dennis? And will the strength level be close enough to where he'll be able to win? It's a shorter format than King of the Table, only best out of 5, so first to 3 pins. So we'll have to see who wins there. But Devin was talking about Dennis on the Fix podcast. He had some interesting things to say just earlier.
Yeah.
In the form you are in now, which is high, do you think you could deal with Dennis, the man you saw last night?
I think it's a good match. I think it's a very good match. And that's the thing. I don't think we saw the cards yesterday.
And Devin has said previously that he thinks Dennis is actually potentially second to Levon. So he's spoken very highly of Dennis before.
To me, like, I saw a guy who just kind of casually took his grip, didn't fight in the set, didn't get nasty, like, was in control probably about half a second after they said go round 1, and there was no window for it.
I saw that as well. Just complete domination, complete top position control, hand control. Had John in the offensive position, and John was just separated, trying to get a hold of Dennis. But complete domination from Dennis was definitely what I saw as well.
Anything to be talked about after that. That's what I saw.
Yeah, very, very.
So that's what Devin had to say. And Devin also said that basically he thinks that he'll be able to beat Dennis. He's ready. He'll be ready in October. And Dennis also had a couple thoughts after his match. This is how he described his match with John Brzenk. And then also I want to read some of the comments to see what people said or about Dennis and also about his potential match with Devin and who will win that.
Тяжелый это первый раунд, когда ты вот не понимаешь, вот, с чем ты столкнулся, да? И вот по первому поединку ты уже понимал, то, что вроде бы все идет вот в твою пользу. Ну, первый и второй тоже.
Yeah, you could just see by watching it, even round 1. I mean, after the initial surge, I mean, there was some fight put up by Brzenk, but Dennis was very calm and controlled. They barely had to sweat. I mean, just made it look super easy. Just looked like he was a level above, which Devin said as well, that Dennis is just not the same level, not the same level of power as Brzenk.
Такой был такой жесткий. А потом уже ты понимал то, что то ли я там быстрее восстанавливаюсь Джона, то ли Джон не восстанавливается.
I mean, you guys got to keep in mind, Brzenk is 58. The fact that he's even being able to compete with guys like Saplenkov, who's only 40, I believe, or 41, and he's 58, and he's still going up against killers such as Irakli, such as Ongarbayev, such as all these amazing top-level, world-class athletes. And we're talking about a guy who's almost 60, and he's still able to put up amazing fights. It's just incredible. It just goes to show that he's the GOAT, win or lose at this point, because we're talking about a later stage of John Brzenk. This isn't a 30-year-old John Brzenk. This is a 58-year-old version who's still absolutely incredible.
Так как хотелось бы. Буду дальше набирать силу. Ту, которую я пытаюсь набрать, да? Пиковую форму. То есть я запрограммировал себя там на 1,5.
Man, that's the crazy thing. So he says he sets a goal to do it in a year and a half to reach his peak shape. So that would put it at about 2024, summer of 2024 to be in his peak shape. But in October, that's about 6 months from now, 7 months from now. If he's going to go against Devin, he's going to be on his way to his peak shape, as he calls, which I would assume that means he's bulking up to a heavier body weight and potentially going to go against, whoever's number 1 at the time. I believe that he's going to probably make a run for number 1 in the world. I can't imagine anything else, being that he just seems so eager for it, especially when Devin had said that you should go against Levon soon, and that was at one of the last East versus West when Devin was talking with Dennis. He said, Levon, I think you should go against them. So, man, it's going to be crazy to see where Dennis is at when he goes against Devin and if he's able to beat Devin. And the crazy thing is people are saying this is a smaller version of Dennis, which it is, but he's still like 130 kilograms. He's still like 260, 270 in that range, which is still a large human being.
Работа. Вот я двигаюсь к этой цели. То есть в упражнениях ничего менять не собираюсь, задача стать сильнее.
Ну, конечно, я бы сказал, после поединка будет понятно, что дальше. Конечно, уверенности прибавилось, хочется дальше готовиться и выступать. Уже есть договоренность определенная. Как бы назад дороги нет, это дело.
So there you go. It's official. He's going to go against Devin at some point. It's supposed to be October in East versus West. I saw the stream with Engin Terzi where he said it's going to be on East versus West 9. So that'll be exciting. Let's see what some people said. I put up a poll. Who's going to win in October, Dennis or Devin? And we have 69% saying Devin is going to win. 31% say Dennis, so massive favorite to Devin. I was kind of expecting that, to be honest. Devin is always the people's favorite, and even, I mean, it's hard. People always just tend to vote for him just in general, but let's see what some people had to say. With Devin performing at the highest level consistently, it's going to be extremely difficult for him. As John said after the match, he felt Devin is more stronger than Dennis, and Devin is already planning to get massive. Yeah, Devin, being that he's going to get massive again, facing Gennady, he doesn't have to make a weight again, so he's going to probably be bulking again on the pancakes, you know, so it's going to be a scary version of Devin, and I can't wait for that match against Dennis. Dave Chafee has to be a training partner for Devin during his training regimen. Don't think they live very close, but that would be epic to see training between them for sure. Dennis, someone says Dennis, he's built for this. Devin's on a different level now. And then a lot of people are saying, you don't know who Dennis is, you don't know Devin. Yeah, so people are opinionated on both sides for sure. Someone said Dennis 100%. 6 months from now, he'll be twice as big and strong. Yeah, I imagine he'll be a lot more bulked up than 130 kilograms, which he was. He'll probably be even bigger, which is going to be scary for Devin. But I personally picked Devin. I just think he's just an incredible athlete, and he has the potential to beat him on the right arm. Keep in mind, when they faced last was on the left arm, and Devin looked like a much smaller version than he is now. It just seems like Devin's a lot stronger than he was back then, 2018. It's kind of hard to tell. If we take how easily Dennis beat John compared to Devin versus Dennis, then Dennis takes it. Other than that, we don't really know where Dennis is other than against Brzezinski. Yeah, close to 50-50. It's hard to know. Devin's 6-0. And July, Morozov will beat Levon. That's going to be exciting too. In my last video, I made a video talking about Levon's next matchup, which is going to be Morozov in July. That was just announced by Engin on his live stream. So that's going to be another exciting match. But what do you guys think about in October, Devin versus Dennis? Who's going to win that match? Keep in mind, Devin is going against Gennady first in May. And then he probably, assuming, you know, just knowing Devin, he's probably going to have more matches and stuff going on in between then and against Dennis. But it'll be exciting to see Devin at a larger body weight once again, rising up in body weight, and seeing Dennis rising up in body weight as well. So it's going to be just like a clash of titans between Devin and Dennis. But that's it for the video. Make sure to hit that like button. I'm about to hit 3,000 subscribers, so that's exciting. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out.